we are all set up for Zweek versus Sway. Sorry about the delay there. We're all good to go now, though. A very interesting matchup. One of the favorites to win the whole event versus probably the person with the best mental game in like the entire community. So, very curious to see how this one goes. If you want to get the mods, if you want to get a prediction going for me, we will get the prediction started for Zweek versus Sway. Let's go ahead and swap over. All right. And I'm joined on commentary. Oh, I didn't update the commentators on stream. Whoopsie. I'm joined on commentary by Forgiven and Lord Fluffy. Hi, folks.
Hello.
Fluffy?
Fluffy says hi too.
Fluffy hasn't been here since I got here.
Okay.
He's trying to actively avoid you.
Oh, I heard Fluffy.
He made a noise.
I heard a sound.
Oh.
Ew.
Well, I guess, yeah, Zweek, you are the higher seed, so what is your first map ban?
I'm banning Beacon 2.
Okay.
Let's do Blood and Rust.
Blood and Rust it is.
Knew it.
I
Let's
wanted
see.
Beacon too.
Of course you did.
Let me.
Let me know when you're both ready.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm ready.
And can you manually deafen me?
Yeah, how about
Same-
you, Zweek?
Same for me. Yeah. Yep, same for me.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it? Cool. All right.
Hmm.
Okay, so if both runners are ready, go ahead and start on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
铁律 ，IMC 会继续寻找我们。我们生存的唯一机会是与安德森少校在离这里60。
All right, thanks for grabbing the manual deafen on both of those, Forgiven. Appreciate that.
Yep.
Okay, so here we are. Zweek versus Sway. This is one of the matchups I've been most looking forward to since we got the matchups figured out last week. Who do we got? How are the predictions looking? Who are people feeling? Zweek by a mile, honestly, right now. Also, let me lower Sway stream a lot. That's quite loud. There we go, and then once we get Zweek's pulled back up, there we go. Okay, so I'm curious to see how their strats are going to differ here. We do have about a 2-second delay because Zweek is streaming from Twitch, so we're going to have a bit of a delay there. Just be like that. Sway opting not to go for any sort of early disembark strats. Zweek gets a really nice frag coming up here. Gets a little caught up on the wall coming around the side, but Sway gets a really nice early disembark coming in. We got a 59 button for Sway, a 57 from Zweek. 57 button from Zweek in a tournament setting is gnarly. That is really, really strong. So we'll see if Zweek can keep this lead as we come across here. Zweek not pulling a frag, Sway not pulling a frag. We'll see if Zweek goes for the new frag that we read in here. They do. They're pulling it. They get the throw down. It looks decent. Not a strong boost, but enough to get them over the gap. They still have about a 2-second lead on Sway. They'll synced right now, which is pretty cool. Even if there is a stream delay, that is pretty sick. Having the sync coming into Sniper Canal around the corner. Oh, Zweek gets caught up on one of the grunts, and then Sway has a little bit difficulty getting around that corner there. Zweek had a really nice recovery though, and is already moving in toward tight hallways. Takes a weird bonk at the top of the pipes there. I have no idea what happened, and Sway is now using that to their advantage to build a massive lead within the context of the lead so far in this run as we approach the door.
Yeah,
Man.
so what we're noticing right here, Zweek is going for the riskier strats and very clearly has a good grasp on them, but he's making more mistakes than Sway is in this point. Sway's consistency is what's keeping him in the game here versus Zweek's like overall better strats right now, and that is making this a very competitive match as a result.
It's been a very interesting push and pull, hasn't it? Yeah, Zweek does all this really fast stuff, makes small mistakes. Sway goes for the consistent stuff, not making mistakes, and they've been about even because of that. I guess except for right now. I'm curious if Sway has learned the bump launch or not. They are not doing the bump launch, doing the old strat. Zweek obviously is pretty adept at this, especially with that right mouse button jump, though they get a bit of a slow one here. Definitely a little bit of spaghetti from Zweek. Maybe they were saying they weren't super nervous, but maybe the nerves are catching up with them a bit. I mean, that said, Blood and Rust is just a very difficult level.
Yeah, you mentioned it in the profiles for these runners here. For the
Oh no, that is a detrimental death. That is a huge death for. Oops, I just reset Zweek's timer. Reference the timer on Zweek's screen. I didn't mean to reset it there. My bad. Yeah, that is a huge death for Zweek. That is almost unrecoverable, I would say, at this stage. And
and
BT's gonna
BT
run
ran
away
away.
too. And that is pretty much Zweek's hopes of winning this match running away as well. Sway is. I would be shocked if Sway dropped this much time in Kane fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zweek did get lucky. Like, BT came back almost immediately, but yeah, at that point, between the death and BT running away for that
Oh!
short period of time. What?
What?
体育
Oh.
What the fuck? What?
Uh,
Okay. What?
Uh, um,
What happened?
I don't know. I didn't have my key on.
What the fuck?
I've gotten sent back before a few
do
times.
you have auto load NCS on in your splitter?
No, my live split isn't open. That's a shame.
Okay.
Did Zweek win anyways?
No, you were like way ahead of Zweek.
Oh
So,
no.
Zweek, can you hear us?
Yes.
So, Sway got auto-loaded back to the beginning of the map as soon as they started Kane fight, for some reason.
Yeah, I
What?
quick loaded. What is this?
The heck?
What's this one?
So what does that
Well,
mean?
I
then?
think we're trying to figure out what's going on right now. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean,
Huh.
I thought that was just a loss the second it happened, so I'm okay with whatever you guys decide.
Okay.
I mean, I think
That's
in the
happened to me
con-
like twice before in my life. That's really weird.
Wow. Yeah, I guess we don't really have any other choice but chalk it up for a loss. I don't
Yeah.
even know. We could like.
in the context of the race, there really isn't anything you can do besides call it a
Yeah.
loss. But
I
that's
mean,
just,
if
don't
you.
I
wanna-
literally quick swapped. That's really weird.
you don't want to call that a loss, though, right? Just it's so weird.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I don't have any bind that takes me to the beginning of Blood and Rust.
Looks
yeah,
like.
I
I
don't
have
know.
live split
Oh,
open.
do you have that bind from Tasky that like instantly restarts a level?
No.
No. Fizzy says it looks like an input during loadout swap.
Huh.
Hmm.
Well, that's okay. I get a counter pick now, right?
Yeah, I mean, if y'all would be open to it, I'd be fine with just both of you guys starting Kane fight at the same time and making that like the match decider since Sway had such a big lead. But
I'd
otherwise,
honestly be fine with that. Yeah.
Oh,
Sway.
sure. Well, let me make my way back though.
Okay, let's just do that. I mean, I don't know. Like if it was really heavily like in Zweek's favor or something, we would just call it a loss. But
Yeah, that's so weird.
Sway had at least like a 20 to 30 second lead, so I guess it feels weird like doing that. I don't know.
Man. And this time I know it wasn't Fizzy's fault because live split's closed.
Yeah, that would have to be something related to keybinds then, which is very
They
interesting.
don't have a reload button.
Well,
Yeah, I would just make sure your binds are clear and then just go from there. So
Well,
Yeah.
We can even.
I might
Unless
even
there's
just
one of these I don't know about. No.
clear all my quick save binds just to be safe. You know? Probably get rid of the time scale, the 5 times speed and 0.25 speed as well.
I'm sorry, that's a buzzkill.
that's all right. That's all right.
I mean, I think I've only ever seen it once, so like, it's
No, that's happened to me like at least 2 or 3 times to kill a run. I don't know why.
And I just want to make sure, and Zweek, you're totally okay to say no to this. You're all right with just doing like a winner take all from Kane fight?
Yeah, I'd be fine with doing Kane fight again.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought I was taking a loss, so you can legit do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, like
how would we go about like loading into Kane fight? Because my checkpoint gets me like right to the beginning of it.
Let's
like,
see
right
where your
after the
checkpoint
cutscene.
is.
It's like just at the beginning, like right after I like load in with control already. It doesn't like load me into the cutscene or anything.
I see, I see.
yeah,
I
I'm
mean, you could
looking
just say
over.
Sway, get to that cutscene, and then just, or get to that checkpoint, and then just start from it.
Yeah, I mean, both runners will get a checkpoint at the start of Kane fight, and we can just go from there. Does that sound fine?
Okay, I can reload it again.
Does that sound okay to you, Zweek?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just watching it back right now. When Sway went over, like they brought up the menu to quick swap, and then just immediately, like 3 or 4 frames later, they're just on the load screen.
Yeah, Fizzy is suspecting that it's a mouse side button.
My mouse side buttons are up and down.
Hmm.
For... Yeah.
Oh yeah, in case you're wondering what happened before there, Zweek took a death doing the frag coming into Sludge Room, and then BT ran away from them at Sludge Skip momentarily, so it was a pretty substantial lead. Yeah.
Came back pretty quickly for what it was.
Yeah, he came back really quickly, which I was kind of hyped about. So I got like a 309 embark, and I was like, saved!
Whoa, that was a 309 embark even with that?
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
wonder what mine
impressive.
It's faster than any embark I've got. Seriously, my fastest embark is a 312. That's so freaking annoying. Goddamn.
I mean, the embark time is pretty much everything, like all of the movement in Blood and Rust up to that point, so there's a lot of variance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I get to Kane, and then once I'm in there, I reload.
Just wait till you get that checkpoint at the beginning of Kane fight, and we'll just go from there. Yeah.
Okay. So I swapped a tone coming out of the cutscene still, right?
I think Zweek is already gonna have tone equipped.
Okay.
So.
I'm already on point because I swapped before the cutscene, yeah.
Yeah, I do too. Okay.
And before it happens again, we'll see. We'll see.
Alright.
God, that's so weird.
That's the checkpoint, right?
So Zweek's is gonna be all the way after the end of the cutscene, so just watch through the cutscene here, and then see what kind of checkpoint you get.
I feel bad. Sorry, stream.
It's all right, dude. I mean, we came to a solution that both runners agreed to, so it works out.
Yeah, game kind of borked, you know.
Okay,
There's the checkpoint. Okay, so if y'all just want to, get your cursor over return to last checkpoint, and then I will count you guys down, and then when I say go ahead and click continue. So,
Yep.
all right.
Do you guys want to deafen for the fight or?
I'm fine.
I'll take a deafen, honestly.
Take a deafen.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, you got. All right. So, start on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. I think this is the first time this has happened.
I think so. I would say it definitely is. I'm just kind of watching. I have no idea which way this is gonna go. This looks like a much better pattern for Sway. Okay.
Yeah, much better pattern for Sway. Actually, having a little bit of trouble here from Zweek's side. He might actually die here.
He's almost dead. Holy cow.
Man.
And then if you look at the okay, so that was a 25:05 to a 28. Okay.
Okay, we can get him down.
Well, so Sway had a 25, you had a 28 Zweek. Thank you.
Trolled so hard by his particles.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because I was ahead initially, but I'm still sorry, Zweek. A little awkward.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Yeah, thanks both of you for being good sports about that, and thanks Stream for being cool too. So, yeah. Also, Fizzy wants you to send them your settings.cfg Sway.
Okay.
At some point. Anyway, okay. So I guess after all that drama, it is Zweek's counterpick. Zweek, what is your counterpick?
ENC2.
Okay.
This week's home turf, Effect and Cause Chapter 2.
Let me send this to Fizzy before I forget.
Cool. Sounds good. I'm getting your stats put in for the level anyway, so it works out.
Okay, that's the custom. Okay.
Okay. Let me know when you're both ready on Effect and Cause Chapter 2.
I am ready.
I can manually deafen for this one.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, I'm ready though.
And Zweek, you need a manual deafen?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
I got it.
Cool. All right. Start on go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so after all that drama, here we are at Effect and Cause Chapter 2. This is essentially Zweek's home turf, and you can tell it by the stats, too. Their best time, I think, is a tournament best time for every competitor. A 3:01 is a pretty ridiculous Effect and Cause time to get in a tournament. Oh my god, they bonked the Marvin right at the start! Oh,
Wow,
that
that
sucks
was a bad
so
position.
bad. Fluffy, this is exactly what you were talking about, the consistent stuff versus the risky stuff, and it really came back to bite Zweek here.
Man,
Yeah,
very
no.
characteristic.
It's also kind of uncharacteristic, somewhat in a sense, because if there's anybody who knows Zweek, it is Bry, and Bry, you can pretty much confirm this. Zweek was like an IL Andy for the longest time. He was very used to these type of riskier strats in individual level situations, right? So to see him go for them and then mess them up so blatantly in that situation just kind of hurts. It's just like, man, you feel like he should be better than that, right? You feel like he shouldn't be making those mistakes.
Well, and the thing too, and there's the sad face from Zweek. The thing too is that Zweek has essentially coasted to this position. Like, they have looked extremely strong in every single match that they've played so far. I mean, their average Effect and Cause 2 is a 304, which is better than like 99% of Titanfall 2 runners, and that's their average. So seeing them play like they have and make the mistakes like they have has been strange, to say the least.
Yeah, you did mention it. Zweek went undefeated at this point up until like this last match was with Sway here, and then here he comes. But you mentioned like Zweek has been saying tournament nerves all over the place. Maybe we're finally seeing those tournament nerves now that he has. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it's funny because he was saying like this was the first match that he wasn't really nervous for because there wasn't like an expectation for him to win. But this is by far, I would say, the you know, I feel like worst is kind of a mean word, but it's the worst we've seen him play, just frankly. Meanwhile, by the way, Sway got a really nice frag out of cryo storage. Here they go for the Hell Room frag. They drop it a little early. That was a pretty early drop, and I think they know it. They probably didn't feel good about the setup, and here they go, opting for a very consistent strat here. Here comes Zweek coming in. Drop the frag. That's a decent boost. They can probably get a Hell Room zipless from that. Yep, good late frag pull. Nice B-hop. Throw it down. Do they have the double jump? They do? Whoa, this is big from Zweek. They have a ton of speed right now. If they get Snuggle Slide, they can win this. Here it goes. Snuggle Slide. Oh, they bonk the pipe. Wow. A heroic effort from Zweek to try and grab this match back. That was such a good attempt, but sadly they came up just short, hitting the pipe at the very end there, and Sway looks like they're about to walk away with game 2.
Yeah, once again, that playing consistently versus going for risk comes out in Sway's favor. And it's not like Zweek didn't play that well. He was only about 10 seconds behind, even with that early death.
I mean, he was only 2 seconds behind Sway. Like, he finished with a 310.
Oof. Right,
Man,
yeah.
I got a 308.
Yeah, a 308 to a 310, Sway.
I think that's a PB.
It's your tournament best, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It is wild to me that Zweek takes the death at the beginning and still finishes with a 310. That is nothing short of just super impressive. Zweek, you were like so close to getting that back.
If that was a full set Snuggle Slide,
that would have been pretty epic.
If you hit Snuggle Slide, you would have won. I am pretty certain.
I played everything pretty safe, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah. And with that, go ahead, Zweek.
Well, yeah, once I took that death, I was like, I gotta send everything from now. Like, I had to do Hell Room zipless. I had to go for Snuggle Slide. I had to do everything if I wanted to take that back.
Yeah, that was the correct mindset.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zweek, you have your next counter pick now.
My last counter pick.
Hey, no, next.
Well, if you win,
right? Yeah, it is. Abyss 3 or 1.
I don't have to counter pick again.
Yeah.
What map, Zweek?
Abyss 3.
Abyss 3.
Okay. This is the sleeper hardest counter pick in the pool.
Is this
need a manual deafen though.
Is this correct, Sway? I'm showing that did you play this in groups and like have a death here or something?
Yeah.
Okay, that explains the time then. All right. I was looking at the stats. Okay, all right. Are both runners ready?
We won't need manual.
I am ready.
Okay, and you both need manual defense. Fluffy and Forgiven, can you grab those?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Got Sway.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and start on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Into the Abyss 3 was one of my favorite counter picks to choose in this tournament.
Ooh, Zweek actually went for the tap strafe intro and they got it. That is super gnarly. And sorry to interrupt you, Fluffy. That's just such a hard strat, and seeing Zweek bust that out in like to save their tournament life is super sick to me.
Yeah, like you said, he had to send it in Affecting Cause too, and he definitely feels like he has to send it here. And this is definitely, if there's a stage where Zweek can send it and take a big lead over Sway, it is this stage. There is a plethora between what you saw early. Oh no, he's still gonna make it onto the wall. Ooh, he's still going for the frag boost. That is
yeah. That was essentially a setupless frag, which is super sketchy. 45 enter on BT for Zweek, and a 51, so a pretty substantial lead for Zweek here. I'm not sure if you were gonna talk about this, Fluffy, but Zweek has recently been grinding this IL a ton, getting it all the way down to, I think they got it down to a 203, 202.
Yeah.
I think it's a 203. Yeah, so I really like this counter pick from them, and they came out and played with confidence and nailed basically everything except for that last frag, or that last jump over to the moving platform for the Decept Caverns there. So a very strong counter pick performance from Zweek here. It doesn't look like they have the coordinates open. Normally they'll use the coordinates here to set up a more consistent hover list, but they don't have them open in the top left, so I think they're probably just gonna go for they're gonna try and eyeball it. And they get it. They got a hoverless there, so a bit of a slow one, but a hoverless is a hoverless. And then from Sway, we don't got it, so this is looking it's looking like Zweek is Zweek going for like the fast. I can't believe. Okay, no, they're going for the safe one. Okay, they're going for the safe one. I was gonna say there's like an alternative clip through this invisible wall here that you can take. That's like a second faster, but it's super scary, and I thought Zweek was about to go for it.
Man, that would be a move.
Ooh. Zweek almost did not make it up there with that hover. It looked for half a second like he was about to slide down. That could have been absolutely tragic, but he will, at the end of the day, take the victory here in Abyss 1, or Abyss 3 rather, over Sway.
Let's get them undeafened, and that is a 211 for Zweek to get to a 218 for Sway. So Zweek goes ahead and takes game 3 with a very smart counter pick, and now the counter pick falls over to Sway.
Beacon 2.
Yes.
I knew it.
Let's go.
All the starters are here.
Let me get stats put in real quick. 208. Oops. Are both runners ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Manual defense for the both of you, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and start on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, this is exciting.
Very quickly into the next match too. There was almost no downtime between players there, so this is almost like a single segment. Yeah, this is exciting. The IL to end all ILs here. Zweek taking that kind of newer route through here to get to Death Warp. They're synced as we come down the second hallway here almost. A simultaneous softball grab. And Zweek's a little bit ahead of the Death Warp. Zweek pulling out a 25 Death Warp, which is pretty fast for a tournament setting. Here we go, kill room skip. Sway setup is a bit slower, but he finds it very consistent. He takes the death. Takes the death there. He's going to go ahead and do the quick spawn rather than reverting to checkpoint, which is very interesting. Zweek, meanwhile, with the first try kill room skip, Sway's second kill room skip is much better, though he isn't able to keep the momentum through there. And with that, Zweek has an extremely comfortable lead for a short level such as this, only 2 minutes long. Sway's going to have to really dig deep if they hope to come back from this at all.
Yeah, it's not entirely impossible, like at a certain point, Effect can cause 2, though, after the vents. There's a lot of things from here until the very end that could cause a huge amount of time loss for Zweek. Like right here, he's getting caught up on these little walls. That could be a small little bit for Sway to get something back. Maybe he fails heat sink. Maybe Fizzy fans or Fast fans doesn't go well. Maybe the stair slide doesn't go well. There's a lot of places where Zweek could potentially still lose time. Oh, very close, but he does manage to get a softball heat sink. Now there's not much left. Sway is coming up to it himself. Still possible, but it's definitely on Zweek to make a mistake here, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I guess the more I think about it, maybe I'm wondering why Sway didn't counterpick BT. You know, maybe they're holding that for, like, their final counterpick. I know they like that counterpick a lot, but considering how much Zweek has been grinding this, and considering they were recently the second ever player, though 2 other people have got it since, to get a sub 150 or a sub 140, which they almost did here. Holy cow! They got a 2 flat. Sorry, they almost got a sub 150. They're the second person ever to get a sub 150. I can't make words. Anyway. I think I said the same thing 4 times in a row. Anyway, they got a really good time. I'm questioning Sway's counterpick. That's all I was trying to say. God damn it. So Zweek with a 2 flat there. Sway had a 218.
Damn. I was avoiding Beacon 2 because my consistency with KRS has been very bad lately. So I was not confident.
Every time until right there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it came down to. There's the BT counterpick that we were just talking about. Yep. So BT will be the next counterpick.
We're playing BT now?
Yeah, BT. Okay. What I will have both of you do, so there's a way to set this up so you can get the press space to continue prompt from the load screen, but still get the save. If y'all can go ahead and load BT from mission select, but then press the hotkey during that load screen. And then if you do that, the press space to continue prompt will show up, and when you press space, you should load into the no cutscene save. If you just want to test that real quick.
It didn't do it for me.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and try one more time, and Zweek, we see if that's working for you.
Do I wait till it gives me like the press space on the mission select?
No, you have to do it while it's loading. So while the icon is still in the bottom left.
I did it. Okay, cool. I'm good now.
Cool. And then Zweek, if you can do the same, and then we'll just go ahead and start on go.
Yep.
And are both runners ready?
I am ready.
Okay. All right, I will count you down. 3, 2, 1, go. Cool. All right, so this is okay. So they were saving it for Game 5. Sway was very vocal that this was going to be their go-to counterpick over the course of the tournament, and I like it versus Zweek. It's no secret that Zweek isn't a fan of this map. They haven't played it so far in tournament, but it should be said that during the little mini tournament that we had before Mach 1 March even started back in February, I took Zweek here, and they did very well. I mean, obviously Zweek is a great player, and they performed well here on this counterpick. I think they only lost that match by like 4 or 5 seconds, so they're very capable of playing well here, despite the fact that they don't like it. I know Sway is really comfortable here. Any top runner has put a ton of practice into this, and Sway's done a fair amount of routing here. So it'll be interesting to see how Sway does. They've been very consistent so far. Really haven't missed a step. Plant strat from Zweek there. And yeah, Sway has I would say I would imagine around a 2 to 3 second lead as we approach the first battery.
Yeah, I noticed at the beginning the only thing that I saw Zweek kind of flub a bit on is he missed a wall kick, but other than that, he's been keeping up fairly well here.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Zweek not liking this stage. When you're more of an IL runner than a full game runner, which not saying that Zweek is, but when you run a lot of ILs, you get used to being able to start right away and whatnot, and not have any delay. If you run the BT IL, you have to sit through 5 minutes of cutscenes every single time you run this IL. So, you end up only really getting practice with this with the no cutscene saves, which is all the gameplay anyway, or with full game.
Wow.
Runs. So, jeez.
Wow.
That is a sink and a half.
Yeah,
basically.
And while we were talking, Zweek brought that lead back just in the ship segment. They're both sync it. BBRJ. Do they get it? Oh, Sway gets it, and Zweek barely misses it. Sway gets a boop glitch though, so they're essentially still tied here. Zweek going for a frag here. Sway opting not to do it. So Zweek doesn't get a frag, and Sway takes the better line without doing the frag boost. So Sway's gonna have a very, very small lead here coming into Ravine. They're almost gonna be neck and neck. Oh
no.
my God, that's so
He didn't kill
unfortunate.
the grunt.
That sucks so bad, dude. Oh my God, a really, really unfortunate mistake from Zweek that might cost them the match if Sway is able to hold on to this. That comes at such an important time. There is no more critical segment to execute on in this entire level than Ravine. So seeing Zweek make that mistake and Sway execute has given them a massive advantage. They're already entering the second ship, and Zweek is just getting to Ravine.
Yeah, a very solid Ravine and a great encampment from Sway. That should give him the lead. A little bit of trouble getting under there, but like only about a second of time lost. Zweek is still relatively far behind. Gets a good slide in and a good rest of the vent jumps. So I don't mean to say it, but this might be solidly in Sway's hands at this point. There's probably somewhere around a 10-second deficit between Zweek and Sway right now.
Yeah, it should be said. I know Sway is still the 6th seed, which is a very good seed. But considering the hype around Zweek coming into this tournament, I feel like it would be safe to say this is a pretty big upset. Even if they are both top, almost top 5, top 10 runners, this would be a big upset for Sway to take this one. Did you agree? Disagree on that?
Absolutely agree.
Yeah, to some degree, yes.
And they are going to do it, by the way. This counter pick from Sway, moving in their like very much in their favor. They're going to pull a 404. 404 for Sway,
Wow.
and Zweek is not that far behind, but Sway with an excellent counter pick, gonna take this set and move on to winter semis. Zweek gets a 411, so only only 7 seconds. Only 7 seconds separating them. A 404 for Sway versus a 411 for Zweek.
I'm deeply unhappy with how I played.
That
so
dude,
terrible.
you guys were literally synced at
GG,
Ravine.
Zweek.
You guys were synced at Ravine, and then that
Yeah.
death. Yeah. Oh
Damn.
man.
Firm handshakes. I'm really sorry about that first game, but yeah,
Dude, don't
it was
worry
really
about
fun. It was really fun.
I was close.
Yeah,
I felt
GG's
you through my
all around.
screen. The pressure you put on me. It was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Good stuff.
GG's.
GG's. Okay, I'm still playing another game today.
Yep. So your next match is probably gonna be in. It's gonna be a little while.
2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah, a couple hours. You'll be playing in the winter semis match. The winner of Cash Mayo versus
Ooh.
Decept, I think.
the winner of Cash
Okay.
and S Deception. Yeah, you'll be playing the winner
Cool.
of that. So yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
get through. We're gonna get
All
through the
right,
rest.
GG's again, Zweek.
Yeah,
Thank you,
GG's.
Pastors. Thank you,
GG's.
Brad.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
I will see y'all in a bit.
See you in a bit. Cool.
See ya. Bye bye.
Bye.